It is the 27th of March 1942. The Soviet Union is crumbling. The lines are falling apart. We are starting to encircle their troops by just breaking through the gaps in their lines. And even though the supply situation on the front is not great, and we are fighting on fumes in many areas, in general, the Soviets are not holding on anymore as tenaciously as they used to. And we are trying to wrap things up around the line that we're kind of trying to achieve as a division between ourselves and the German Empire. We have also, due to popular demand, started cleaning up some things in the Pacific. What hasn't gone quite as well as assumed was the Johnston Atoll. We have sunk the Cleveland, a couple of destroyers, and also a British group, a Dutch-British group in the Indian Ocean. But we are going to need some more naval forces to take that island of the Americans. And then after that, it's going to be a Midway and Hawaii, because then we will be in control pretty much of the Pacific. There's still a couple of smaller outposts. There's still Pitcairn Island. There's still something that belongs to the this is Free French. This is Free French apparently. So this is something we still need to deal with. Australia, New Zealand, obviously, and this is Vichy. Unfortunately, they have the same flag, so it's quite difficult to tell. But I think this is all. Madagascar is Vichy, and the Réunion is also Vichy. We have kicked the British out of Aden, and that means we are in complete control here as well. The last British possession is are the Cocos Islands, and we've got naval troops already on the way to take care of that. So the British are really losing. The Italians are wiping out the remaining British possessions in Africa, and that means there's still some Free French and British colonies over in this area here, but there's really not an awful lot that they're going to be able to do. I'm surprised that the Italians haven't quite wiped out the Free French in Northern Africa yet, but it's Italy. Other than that, Europe is pretty much under German control mostly. Iceland has gone independent, and the Americas are still the Americas. There's still Canada, the United States, and all of South America. So back to probably the most critical hotspot at this point. Actually, before we do that, let's check if there are any more naval invasions that I need to plan. This one is ongoing, and we actually are planning. Have 6 divisions planned for a naval invasion in Sydney. I will actually get some more divisions. These are not naval divisions, but I will get a second invasion going around Townsville. Let's see how many divisions we can get on that. 5 divisions. Yeah, can we get the other 2 on this as well? We can. So that can already start planning. And once we're ready, we're still waiting for our agents. And in June 1942, they will be finished preparing the collaboration government. But we don't have to wait until they're completely finished. We'll just have to wait until we'll just have to not capitulate them by then. But it should reduce the amount of resistance that we're getting out of this operation. Then after that, it's just New Zealand. We are going to need some more naval troops up north here. So once the invasion has started, and I believe we actually have some. Yeah, we've got some divisions here. We might try to open another front in Darwin actually. So can we go from here and take the port in Darwin? Yep, 2 divisions. So that's all ongoing. Manchukuo had been acting a bit strangely, so I'm not entirely certain what these guys are up to, but can we reduce their independence a little bit? How much independence do they have, Manchukuo? We have been lend leasing, and we've been building stuff as well. The exporting though is hurting us. So can we actually trade? Can we cancel this trade? No, I believe we can't, because we only have 8 steel available and we're already trading. Can we send them some more stuff? Lend lease. Can I send you my outdated tanks? Yes, I can. We're doing that once and we're sending them everything. Nobody wants these things, so you can have them. There. I'll send you all the tanks that I have. That'll do. I've captured some Soviet lights. I don't really need these things. There you go. Send that to you. How about these guys? Can I send them anything? Are there any old planes that I still have laying around that I don't need? No, I've sent all my old stuff away already. And I kind of need everything here that I've been producing. So I could send them some more infantry equipment, I guess. Would that make any difference? No, that's all just too old. Anyway, we could send them some convoys, I guess. We've got plenty of convoys at this point, but yeah, let's try that. Actually, I mean, these guys have ports. Next time. Anyway, all right, back to the critical front. There's an encirclement that we're trying to attempt here. These troops are literally just moving and stretching out the front lines. We can break through here, I believe. So let's see if we can just encircle them here. And we should be able to break through here as well. Let's see if we can get another round of... let's get through here, through there, across the river. And then see if we can just close this hole off here. These troops, we have managed to encircle a whole bunch of them here, so let's just make sure that we're getting some assistance in wiping these out. Nicely done, my generals. Have we taken... how's the supply situation? We have taken their capital, so we can extend the railway lines here. And that, again, has priority. That needs to happen first, because then we will get supply up here in the north, and then this whole situation is going to get a lot better. They are still defending in the Far East, surprisingly, which is really amazed me that they actually end up doing this. But we were literally just walking through this at this point, and it's not all that interesting. This, by the way, is one of the invasions that I'm reserving for future use, because we can we have a port in Kamchatka, and we can actually invade the United States. We can invade Alaska and then kind of sweep through Canada. So that's going to be one of the fronts that will be opening up later. But first we'll need to wrap this all up here. How does it look like in the south here? We'll just see if we can push them back a little bit to the rivers, to the river lines here. We are completely out of supply, but then so are they. So this shouldn't be too hard. Tanutuva has capitulated, and they actually have a large amount of guns. Interesting. Great news! Tanutuva has capitulated. They had a lot of guns, and we have some encircled troops here, so good. Wipe these out, please. And this is no longer necessary, actually. Okay, stop these attacks here for now, and we'll just make sure that this all gets wiped out. So these are getting wiped out, and we'll send 2 divisions to sort that out. Okay, so they have been capitulated, which means that now there's a huge gap in their front lines, and we can exploit that gap. Hang on, give me a second. My mouse cable is annoying me. All right, that's Slightly better. All right. These troops, have I done something? Yes, I'm moving the naval divisions off here. These are moving. Okay, I think we can get going. Okay, Lend-Lease accepted from these guys. Can't probably send them more stuff just now, but yeah, we will have to. What I'm trying to do is reduce their independence. How about the Siamese? Can we send some stuff to the Siamese Empire? Because also we want, effectively, we want them to. We would like them to join, you know, basically be dominated by us. Lend-Lease. Can we? Do we have stuff? Can we send them all these guns from Tanutuva that we just captured? Is that going to help? These things. Can we send them all? It's not going to make any difference. Okay, so these guns are not great. So sending them these isn't going to make any difference. Then we may as well just use them. We don't have any tanks anymore. Why are we still having tanks? I thought I sent all these tanks over. Or maybe they're still on the en route or something. Okay, let's not send them this then. How about we send them some convoys? Yes, we can send them some convoys. How about we send them like 100 of these things? Yeah, that makes a dent. Let's send them 200. Okay, send. So 200 convoys. There you go. And that we'll just gradually reduce their independence that way. Okay, this can somebody please just take this city, just so I don't have that sitting around here. And we can already start closing this gap here. Tanaka has been wounded. That is unfortunate. Well, he has been busy. And we are still pushing here. Yeah, we're still pushing here. And we have to continuously clean up the front lines here, because the Germans obviously are pushing, which means these troops are now no longer on an actual front line. So we're gonna need to have everybody assigned here onto the new front line. And these troops are just kind of freewheeling. So these divisions need to be assigned also now to the front line here. I mean, we have supply. We might as well push them. And see if we can just push through as well and hold that river line. That would be great. We are almost through. Yeah, we're making our way through here. Do we have any forward air bases that we can occupy? Because now we're starting to fight in regions where we don't really have air support anymore. The TACs are... Yeah, the close air support is going to be absolutely useless in this area. But the tactical bombers should still be able to do something. That's a tactical bomber wing that's a little far back, but I don't really have anything closer I can use. And these are fighter wings, which are completely useless at this point. So I might as well stop these operations. And if we are, because they just don't have the range to do anything. I've got these 3 tactical bomber wings. I am going to need to start. I've got, these are just fighters. But I've got 2 tactical bomber wings here in this area. Okay, so that's all good. Cool. Are we still fighting in this air zone? A little bit, yeah. Okay, cool. So that's still happening. We are gonna need to have air support in the Ural region soon. And I just don't have an airbase anywhere nearby that I could utilize. Oh well. Okay, so let's keep going. And we'll just try to push. We'll try to push north, sort of like that. see if we can cut them off before the Germans get there. That's sort of the idea of the whole exercise. Let's see if we can make another encirclement happen here as well. Okay. Yeah, I have to occasionally. Oh, they're actually breaking out here. That's unfortunate. I have to occasionally help manually with some management here. Let's see if we can get them encircled, actually. Okay, you go there, and see if we can get them cut. Oh, no, can't get through there. Okay, stop that. Yeah, we have no supply here. Let's see if we can cut them off. No, 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 that's not what I was trying to do. No, go through there and then attack here. And we're gonna need some more troops, yeah. Okay, they are all retreating here. Unfortunate. I thought... no one's gonna get any government. I thought we would be able to get a little bit of an encirclement going here, but it looks like it's not happening. And we'll just support this attack. And we're running alongside the German divisions here, pushing alongside the German divisions, and just to see if we can manage to get the Soviets encircled here. So let's cut them off. This is wide open, so maybe we can get this division to push north. All right, a quick check. What are we doing in the region here? Where are my naval divisions? Yeah, you need to get onto that naval invasion order. So does that mean that they'll ship themselves to where they need to be? Okay, 3 divisions may work a little better. Okay, this is all sort of happening here. But this is the more critical front at this point. Yeah, looks like we're not going to be able to that easily get through here. And the push towards the mountains has been stopped once again. But we've got a couple of divisions here and we can just clean up the front lines as we go. Just push them out here. And yeah, the Germans are fighting the Soviets as well on their front lines, but I would love to get through and to make sure that we can exploit these breakthroughs. Unfortunately, they have been starting to reinforce here. So let's see if we can push a little bit more. We are relatively low on AA and artillery. The AA is not a huge issue. We can always just rebuild that, but can we push out here? Yeah, they are completely out. No, you don't get to join the war. This is just convoy raiding. And yeah, missing equipment, I know. We'll deal with that once. This is just because of the losses that we've been taking here, literally. So this kind of push here is the important one that I want to make happen. What did I say? It was finished June. So probably, I mean, they're not going to be capitulated by June, right? So what say you? We will already start the invasion. Nah. I really want to be there. I don't want to just... Australia is large. I just don't want to just run through it. I mean, we might take the ports already. And how many divisions do they have in Australia? What do we know about them? Army intel. 1. They have 1 division. Okay, I might have been overthinking this. 4th Army. Can you just start these invasions, please? And that one. And that one, because they literally have nothing. Okay, but let's just start the naval invasions. And the troops here need to wait for the other marine divisions to arrive. But here, this is where I want to be. All right. Can we make something happen here? We are sort of... I would love to cut these guys off, such that they're getting sandwiched between us and the Germans. It doesn't look like we'll be able to get through here, though. I would like to get to the mountains, honestly. But these divisions have relatively good supply. Where's their supply hub? This is connected now, so we can use that. This is not yet finished. But this is connected, so we can use it. The next supply hub is here in Aktubinsk. So that's what we need to push, really. Let's see if we can eject them from that supply hub, because that would be grand. And see if we can get some troops here who are not completely wiped out and exhausted, and see if we can push along the supply lines here towards that hub. That would be great if we could capture that, which means you can assist this attack from here. But these look like relatively fresh divisions, and I don't think we can actually get through there. Okay. This is all just convoys, right? Yeah, we don't have to worry about them anymore. We're not really sinking submarine. We haven't seen any submarines or anything from the Soviets, so this is all fine. There, we've sort of sorted everything out. And we can get actually this division to try and encircle them here and see if we can make something happen. But yeah, this is starting to stall a little bit. I think we may have to. I don't think we're getting through here because of the amount of supply that they have. But we might be able to just push them out here, to be honest. Even though we are completely out of supply. And see if we can get across the river here. Yeah, these are not happening. So stop that. Okay, decryption's done. And I think here also we are sort of getting, we're actually at risk of being encircled here. So make sure we're holding this, and I think we're going to stop these attacks here. Yeah, we are sort of struggling because of supply once again to get through. Although this is very open. Can we use this division to make a break for the mountains? And here we are just aligning along the front lines. This is 2 more divisions that can be on the other front line. Is there any supply hub in the region? There are the supply hubs. The problem is I'm not getting there, and this is not yet completed. That construction is still going to take a while. Yeah, we're nowhere near finished with that. That's going to be in August. By then the war is over. So let's try and see if we can push them back, because they're still without supply here. And then try to push towards that hub. Maybe we need to kind of have goals that are a little less ambitious in this region than what we are currently doing. And yeah, we can't break through anything because they are fully supplied here. We might be able to push them out here a little bit. I would love an encirclement, but I just don't have the supply for it. And this seems to actually have worked. We don't need 2 divisions. Our divisions are completely exhausted at this point. But we can try to push for this hub here and see that would taking that off them would enable us to do quite a bit of work. But here the situation is dreadful. How's our air? We're still fighting in this region, so all these what is it looking like? Yeah, we've got bombers up the wazoo. There's nothing that they can do. So my only hope is that our air power is going to be able to. Yeah, that's not happening. Maybe if I bring 2 divisions, we might be able to push them here. We can push out a little bit further there, but mostly we're just exhausted here. There's just really not an awful lot we can do. And these divisions also don't recover. See, that's the problem. The divisions don't recover because because they just don't get any supply. So still in a race with the Germans. And it looks like the Germans are snaking ahead of us at this point. Actually, I think they're open here. Hang on. Can we get through? Maybe we can get through. Let's see. Okay. And yeah. All a little tricky. How is the situation over there? Oh, tanks are finished. Okay. We'll take a break from this grind here. Because this is also not looking too great, but that division I think actually got defeated potentially. Yeah, they probably got pushed back. Okay, tanks. We finished the tank research. So what do we need to do next? We are running a little behind here with these. How's our infantry? Yeah, that's probably not bad. That gives us a bit more. That would give all infantry heart attack and piercing. The rifle grenade. That's probably worth doing. Actually, we're also going to need the. We'll start out with trucks, but we're going to need these as well. Okay, we'll start that. We'll start designing and building trucks. We're going to need a stockpile first anyway. Okay, so production. Tank. Not trucks. Tanks. I've never done this before. We don't need this, but we're going to use this one. All right, create a variant. This is the Chinu. I think that's about correct. That is the improved 1942 version, I believe, of the intermediate tank that they were doing. Okay, so it's a medium tank. Did it look like that? That's actually relatively close. I think the gun was a bit shorter, but we haven't even put the gun on it yet, so let's see. We are going to build a tank that has to be quick, so let's see. Let's begin with the engine. What can we do here? I've got reliability of 136%. So we don't want the reliability, obviously, to go down to below 100 too much, because things will get bad. Diesel is slower, and that's also slower. And why would I want this? The reliability is terrible. It gives us more breakthrough, but gasoline engine it is. Okay, gasoline engine is correct. Armor. We currently have riveted armor. That sounds like something the Japanese would be doing. We also need to keep an eye on the production cost, obviously. But I think the... so cast armor would be the best, but that's expensive. We could go for... because it's a percentage modifier of the overall production cost. So we could go for welded armor. Let's go for welded armor then. Suspension. What do we currently have? We've got bogie suspension in here. We could use the... torsion bar suspension is just going to be more expensive to give us additional reliability, which we don't need. So we may as well use the Christie suspension, which gives us just more speed and is generally better, but is costing production again. Okay, we'll build decent tanks. We don't need them right now, so we're not so much in the they can be a little bit expensive. But we will build decent tanks, and mostly they're not going to be used against the Soviets. They're going to be used against the Allies, effectively the US, and then eventually against the Axis. Medium tank turret. 3-man turret reduces our speed. 2-man turret is not, and is cheaper. But breakthrough is obviously good. So for you, if you don't know, breakthrough is defense while attacking. So effectively, how long can you sustain an attack without taking too much damage from the return fire that you're getting? 5 breakthrough, 3-man turret sounds about right. Let's do 3-man turret. Okay, guns. It's a medium tank, so it's going to get medium armaments. We can put a medium cannon in there. Is that a good gun? This looks like a level 1 tank gun. Or I could put a howitzer there. So if I would use the howitzer, it would be... What am I designing? Is it an infantry tank or is it a cavalry tank? That probably defines what I want to do. Because if it's an infantry tank, then it doesn't have to have the speed. It just needs firepower. So if I was putting the howitzer in there, that would make it useful if I make it to join some. If I effectively don't use it for breakthroughs, but just to push back enemy infantry divisions. No, I think infantry can deal with infantry. I've got enough arty. I'm going to go for the. What else do we have? We could put a heavy cannon on it, but could put flamethrowers on it as well. That'd be fun, but it's not an awful lot of attack. I think that's more for support companies. So We'll put the medium cannon one in there for now. And then we will need more speed. So the trucks can go 12 kilometers an hour. So let's see how much we can put in here before we run out of reliability. We also want more armor, obviously. Well, 66 armor is not terrible. Oh, what else can we put in here? Radio. We can put radios in there. That sounds like something that's extremely useful. Gives us additional breakthrough and defense. It's expensive though, but okay. Secondary turrets. No, that's generally a terrible idea. I think machine guns are probably good. Sloped armor. Oh, that's nice as well. That'll buff our armor quite a bit, but it's also expensive. Sloped armor sounds good. Angling is always nice. And then we can put some... not the special models. Additional machine gun. So that gives me a bit more soft attack. What does a secondary turret do? Secondary turret does the same thing. The heavy machine gun does the same thing. Plus breakthrough, but at the cost of a little bit of reliability. So you can put one machine gun on. We can just put two machine guns on, honestly, and not take the hit on the reliability. This thing's starting to get expensive. I've got 75 armor. The heart attack is not great. I think we're going to need a better gun for this thing. But how much armor can we... Current production cost is starting to get real high. So this is a good tank, but an expensive tank. Let's get the speed up. Let's see how fast we can make this thing before it starts hitting reliability. If we get it up to 9 kilometers an hour with 2 armor, it's a start, I guess. There's an auto design. So maybe we'll try that. I should have tried that first. Let's see what that comes up with. Complete design that best fits the current design. Let's try. Let's see what it does. And actually, I still have reliability. Oh, there we go. Let's see what this does and what this would do differently. So this is what we've currently got. We've got 9 kilometers an hour, which could have been better. But we're still at 100% reliability. We've got not quite the... I mean, I don't know if that's good or not. I'll have to check with the where I get better guns. But let's see what the auto designer would do, and then we'll change it back if we need to. Okay, that's terrible. Why would you do that? So it agrees with my armament, but it believes that I should get a bogey suspension so I'd be slower, and I should get terrible armor. No, I disagree with that. And I should get a diesel engine. I disagree with that as well. Why is my reliability down now? Didn't I have the Christie suspension? I had the Christie suspension, right? Oh, has it pumped up the engine? Okay, hang on. What has happened? It's thrown armor in it, like a mad. There we go. That's where I was. We've got the sloped armor on there. Plus 20% armor, which means obviously as we go, this will stack. But I don't really want to go below 100% reliability at this point. So it's not the best armor tank in the world, but I mean it's at 98%. I think that'll do for now. We've got 80 armor on it, and we've got 60 piercing. That might not be enough, honestly. Okay, what do we got now? What if we take one more of the engine? Now we're at 8 kilometers, and we can tick the armor up one more. That gets us to 87 armor. And we'll add 7.8 kilometers an hour. It's a medium tank. It's not the fastest out there, but it's still twice as fast as infantry. Okay, that's what we're going with for. Like I said, this is the first time I'm doing this, so we'll design this. We'll start building this, and we will. It's like I'm trying to exceed the piercing value that I've got on this tank, sort of. With the armor, but we'll go with that for now. Okay, save that, and we're going to start building that. Now, I am going to need Where is this going? Blah, blah, blah. Just about here-ish. I'm gonna need a lot of factories on this. So I want like 20 factories on that thing. Which means I am gonna have to start pulling... I honestly don't really need an awful lot of naval bombers anymore. I think I'm gonna pull the naval bombers down to 5. I've still got a decent amount of trucks, but I am gonna need trucks because my tank divisions are gonna start out with trucks for now. I actually have a decent amount of support equipment now. I am running a little low on infantry, so what's our logistics situation? Infantry equipment. We are definitely losing infantry equipment, and our stockpile is shrinking. So, yeah, I'm not reducing infantry equipment. We have a bunch of IT units, but these are captured. Yeah. We are going to be building military factories, so they will go into tank production. Okay. So we've got that out of the way. Let's quickly check. Oh my gosh, we've got so many things here already, and these guys can go there. We've got the we've got Shokaku. Okay, let's refit that to the Shokaku 2. Actually, hang on. Is there anything we can improve? Better AA. This is the dual purpose. No, this is the better design. Yeah, sure, refit that. We don't need it right now. To that, yeah, go. And we've got 2 Akatskis who can move over there for exercises, and 2 Kaidais who can move over there for exercises as well. And that leaves me with another Shimushu. Can go over there. And I've got another... Oh, I've got the Shukaku. Didn't I tell you to go and refit that thing? Okay, go and refit that thing. Anything that's completed its training here. We've got 2 Aganos who still need refits, so we can do that as well. And that, okay. And these are actually fully trained, so these can already move over into Carrier Group 2 for now. And honestly, these guys can still go and exercise. All right. Do I need to reassign some dockyards here for these refits? We'll shrink that down, and then we have some dockyards available for refitting. Okay. All right. That was a lot of infrastructure work. Let's get back to the front lines and see if we can make our way through here. Oh, we're actually getting pushed back here. Can we counterattack? Yeah, we're counterattacking, I believe. Yeah, we are counterattacking. Can we get through here? Does not look like. Again, the biggest problem that I've got here is the supply situation. If I had supply, this all would not be an issue. Can we push the Soviets out from here, maybe? With the very limited amount of guns that we have available. Okay, yeah, these guys are completely out of supply, so pushing here is not a question anymore. Unfortunately, the Germans seem to be having supply available, which is really annoying. We have managed to capture this area though here, so we may be able to. Let's make a push towards that supply hub, honestly, and see if we can take this. And this division can move north and take the other side of the river. Did we make a breakthrough here? Not quite. We are waiting for this supply hub here to come online, and for this one to be constructed before we can do anything. But right now, yeah, there's no way we're pushing again. We're pushing into the Soviet divisions here. We might be able to push them out from there. Support that attack, but it's hard going. It is really hard going, and the divisions don't recover. That's the problem. I can try another push here against that infantry division and see if we can just break through. Pretty much that's what we're trying to do. Okay, how does it look over here? Everyone is moving to get to. There's a gap in our front lines. Apparently, let's make sure there is not a gap in our front lines. That would be good. We are pushing here, but honestly, I'm not too concerned about this area here. Marines is finished. Research. What did I do here? Oh yeah. I've actually got these researches here for the special forces. So let's leave one on. Let's leave one on special forces. This will actually improve our special forces as well. Or do I have more important? Oh, I wanted to check where these tank guns were. Right. I think that's where they are. No, that's a heavy gun. Where's the medium cannon? Oh, okay, it's over here. So we really need to go down this route. Okay, let's do that research and get us better guns for the tank, and then we can upgrade that as we go. Yeah, this isn't happening, is it? No, this isn't happening. Okay, stop that attack. We're not moving on this front anymore unless we are moving on this front, although unless the unless we are and we're getting pushback. Unless we get the supply hub up. There's just no way we're going to move on this front anymore. What are we building? Yeah, I know. We haven't designed the tank divisions yet. Actually, let's do that. So we've got the... I have no idea what that means, but it's a start. But it's terrible. We might actually be better off just designing that from scratch. Do we have a... we can use this as a basis and just add tanks to it. So let's duplicate that, and we're going to call that. Unfortunately, I have no idea what tank divisions were called. We're just gonna stick with. We're just gonna stick with that. I'll look it up for the next video just to see. And this should be a an armored division. All right, so we're going to have. Armored battalions, medium tank, and this one would be a medium tank battalion as well. So what's that going to look like? Not as much armor as I thought it was going to have. So, but might hold up against itself. 7.8 kilometers speed. Do we need a support artillery on this? I mean, it gives us a nice amount of soft attack. So that might not be bad. We do need a AA on this. We do have motorized recon. We are going to need a supply company. I just don't have that yet. So that's something we're going to need to research. Okay, so because now that we have the division, I can actually start using the army experience. One thing that I haven't reviewed in a while is this is still good for the research. Nighttime aircraft research speed. Yeah, we'll leave it in. This is state serve stability. I don't actually need this. I can change this to something more useful. And entrenchment speed, railway gun bombardment. I don't have any railway guns. It's something I need. Yeah, artillery experience gain from combat. Overwhelming firepower sounds good. Yeah, it's not an awful lot that I need here, really. This would be nice, kind of. Daily command power gain, land doctrine cost. Professional officer corps. Let's take that for now. Yes. And how about here? Smoke and fire, I think. This gives me division speed and orc loss when moving. I kind of like this, honestly. This is giving me additional breakthrough, but I think I'm going to stick with that. Flexible organization sounds good. Okay. And we have a doctrine available. Which one? Naval doctrine, actually. Let's complete... Battleship Orc, capital ship armor, plus 10%. Let's complete this branch, and then we'll fill out the other branches here. So let's do that, and then that's done. Okay. Yeah, the supply hub is never going to finish in time, so we just can't push any more on this front, honestly. Or very, very difficult. Only with great difficulty. The bigger question is going to be, can we push through here? Is there any we have this supply hub here. It just needs to connect. Once it's connected, the situation here will vastly improve, and we should be able to continue this push. This is sort of not looking great there either, but we're almost at the mountains, honestly. I just don't want to fight them in the mountains, to be fair. That's just not something I want to do. But we seem to have broken through here. Hang on a minute. Can we push to here? Can we push to here? Let's see. Let's see if we can just manage to walk around them, honestly. Don't think we can, because there is an armored division, and they will try to prevent us from exploiting those breakthroughs, unfortunately. Yeah, fighting out of supply is just terrible. We'll see if we can force march them over there. And how long is this going to take? Why don't we have any supply connection to capital? Because 3 more days, and then we'll have supply here. And I think this push will succeed at that point, where we will have supply, and then suddenly the situation here is going to look a hell of a lot better. You can assist that attack. See if we can break out there. I'm just going to ignore the east for now, because, you know, reasons. They'll manage. They will manage. These guys are still trying to walk through the Siberian wilderness there. But this is much more important right now. Okay. Unfortunately, we are starting to run into resistance. I would love to be able to go along the supply lines. But, yeah, because this isn't going to happen. We do have the divisions here, we just have no way of getting through. I mean, we could try to just take it... this is across a river. It's not ideal. But can we just push them out from there? Yeah, this isn't happening, so no way we're going to push them out from there. They still have decent amounts of material by the looks of it, which is really surprising. We can just... this is free as well. Let's see if we can break through with this division and just walk north along the mountains. I know I keep trying to do that, but it is difficult. Okay. We seem to be breaking through, to be honest, but it is a very thin line. So maybe we'll just assist from this direction and see if we can get through there. And we can start squeezing the front line here. Actually, let's get these reinforcements in and see if we can reconnect somewhere. That would be great. If we could cut these off, that would be amazing. Supply. We have supplies. We have supply. Trucks. Finally, we have supply. I actually have to check the Australian naval invasions. They haven't happened. Why haven't they not happened? Didn't I start those? Okay, hang on a minute. That's probably because Osawa doesn't cover these regions. Yes, that is why. Jisaburo. Do not cover this. Don't care. Need you to cover this, this, and this, and this, so we can get our naval invasions going. So let's see if these are moving now. We'll find out. We have another colonial division that we don't need. Let's get back to the front lines, because this is where it's critical. We are fighting our way through, but now we are starting to have supply. I need more troops here on this line, honestly. I need to push and capture that supply hub here. And it looks like we're almost there, but we are running really... where's the railway line? There isn't actually... No, hang on, where is it going? Yes, here. Okay, so we are connecting the railway line here. Yes, we need to support that push, and then we can reconnect here. Ah, that was hard going. Did I get one? Okay. Hungary claims overlordship over Slovakia. What's... Yeah. Let them do it. We are sort of almost through here, to be fair. Can I get one division Okay, I have got a couple of divisions that are moving north. Yeah, I wanted to move north. The Germans still aren't moving as fast as they are in the south, but this looks here like an opportunity that we might have. Can we, even without supply, can we push through here? Can we manage to get through here with air support and encircle all these divisions? Because if that front breaks, then we're through. German Reich rejects Hungarian demands. Hang on a minute, are they not in the same team? Hungary is... yeah, they're fascist, right? They're in the Axis. Ah, well. Squabbles among thieves, really. That's fine. Let's see if we can break through here. That would be awesome. Have we taken that supply hub in the north? No, we haven't, but we're almost there. We're almost there, kids. Get across the river and start taking the next supply hub up north. And make sure that we get these under control before the Germans get here. Okay, now that we have supply here, this is going to start looking a heck of a lot better. Okay, we are through. Stop attacking, stop attacking. Just defend, just defend. No, why are you attacking? Just defend. And we are going to need to have some assistance here, though. Yeah, we have more divisions coming in. I am going to send this division here just to try and hold this position, because that is essential. Actually, go there and then try to get it. We'll see if we can hold there. So that happened, which means now we might be able to just support this attack from here. We might be able to push through here, honestly. And this is a river line, so this would be a good position to have. Yes, we're managing to push through, and if we can cut these divisions off, that would be great. Just quickly checking, are we invading Australia? We are invading Australia, but yeah, the Australians don't have any troops, so there's really an awful lot. I think we've killed them all in the East Indies or whatnots. So okay, we are connecting here. We have lost the hub. It's changed hands, but I believe that's not a huge problem, because we are now able to. We should now be able to. We should be able to retake it relatively easily. Okay. No need to hold here. Just join the flanks, and then push north as far as you can. Okay. All right. That actually you need to push. No, you need to push here. No, bad unit, bad division. Stop it, General. Nope. Go. Anyway. I don't think they managed to get there before we got through. Okay, they have started counter pushing, and we are not holding this. But we might be able to push from the east. We'll let one division dig in here. The others have been defeated. We don't need you there. You go ahead and reinforce that front. There is a Soviet tank division, but they are probably out of fuel at this point. So we just need to manage to get through there. And yeah, everything else is pretty much happening. We just need to manage to get through here. Hold this supply position. How are we supply-wise? Starting to get iffy again. But we need. Okay, I think we will be able to hold this. Okay. Logistics company is done. Good. Which means we can change our. Just so I don't forget, we can change our template to use the logistics company. Save. And that actually has reduced the supply use a bit. And then the next research. We've got a lot of things that we need to research, honestly. I also haven't used signal companies, to be honest. Railway guns, yeah, I just have too many things to research, honestly. This would be a good research. Do we have any research here that needs doing? Yes. Okay, let's get that out of the way. let's get that out of the way because I currently have nothing on industry. I'm just doing military research, and there's a lot of things that need happening. Okay. This is holding, so let's get these through here, and see if we can cut them off. Honestly, you can pin them. They're doing desperate defenses, but I would love to cut them off here. Can we cut them off north of the river? Actually, let's see if we can take this line. To be fair, that would be a good encirclement to make. This is getting cut off, and these guys are just going to get started pushing once. I mean, I have no supply here, so pushing is going to be difficult. But once we are in a position that we can that we can expand here, that we've got them encircled, then we can do this. I'm going to need some more divisions here, honestly, to get everybody moving. So I would like for the Soviets to not get out of this pocket. So that would be a nice pocket to cut off here. Actually, stop that attack for now. Just assist here. Yeah, assist in the north, just to make sure they're not getting out of that one. And you try to cut them off here. Okay. Have we made any major breakthroughs on the other fronts? It looks like it's all pretty much just slow walking. Yeah, I can't manage everything by hand here, so I'm just letting them sort it out from the east. No, you don't get to join, and neither do you. Am I this bad that I need your guns? What's my logistics looking like? Yeah, we are actually running low on infantry equipment. This is gonna be a bit of an issue. Production. I mean, our infantry equipment production efficiency is going up, but we are still running a deficit at the moment. So, but that is literally just from the war. I'm gonna let it run for now. It's not great because it will affect our garrisons. But let's give the 4th Army here an offensive orders. I am literally at this point just going to walk to the victory points and get Australia capitulated. So because there's no one here. So please take Canberra. And you please walk and take their airport, and then you go up in Brisbane. And what else do we need? It's probably it should all be on the east coast. So what else is there? There isn't an awful lot, honestly. We've taken Townsville, and that seems to be about it-ish. I'm just going to give them an offensive line here and just tell them to move. Okay, and we have taken Darwin off them, so we can get one division to take the airport and another division to just walk all the way around and get Perth, and that should be it. Okay, let's see if that actually manages to capitulate them, and we don't need to worry about it. All right, back to the all-important front line. There's no need for that. Just walk through the mountains, and we can ignore these guys. We don't need to fight them. We just need to get through, and we need to manage to push them out from this. Okay, there's one division. We are closing the trap here. We've got a fair amount of Soviet divisions entrapped in the north. Let's check the air. This is air region. I have air in this region. Do I have a forward airport that I can use, actually? There are no airports in this place. The Germans will almost reach that one soon, but we are starting to fight in the Ural region, so I might 2 TAC wings. I might need to start orienting them here. That is still within the operational range. Unfortunately, the CAS is once again completely useless, so I'm going to take the CAS off the mission already. And actually, we're going to move the CAS out there, and we're going to move that tactical bomber wing over here. and then get them to support in the Urals as well. Okay, cool. So that's happening. And let's see if we can get this encirclement done here. We're definitely breaking through their lines here in some ways. Almost. Okay, so this is the final push here. Okay, hang on. Oh, our agent got captured. Australian counterintelligence. Yes, my agents are busy, unfortunately. We will rescue you once. I have somebody available to do that. So please do not divulge any secrets. This is an attack across a river without supplies. This is going to go terribly wrong, isn't it? But I want that position, because then we can push through. Actually, I want this position. So attack, assist here in that attack. And if once that has happened, you can assist here. Once that has happened, we have a really nice encirclement going. And these Soviet divisions are going to be wiped out as quickly as we possibly can. So they are defending. So let's just shrink the pocket as we can, and make sure that these guys are not reinforcing there. So we can already start attacking them here, just to make sure they're not going anywhere. Alright, these are out of supply attacks, so this is not going to be going well. I think we might just have to not do that from here. But we can get all these divisions starting to push from the south here. And we want them to push literally just around, all the way around there. Okay. I think the trap's about to close, and it's costing us. It's costing us a lot of... okay, stop that attack. Just spread it out here a little bit. Actually, attack's working. So break through, walk north, all the way up there. There's nothing here, so we are sort of fall of New South Wales for the Emperor. Yes. Let's have a very brief look at Japanese Australia. Yeah. We have taken... Where have they moved the capital? We've got to take Melbourne. Yeah, I forgot about Melbourne. Everybody keeps forgetting about Melbourne. No, actually, I didn't forget about Melbourne. Someone walk over to Adelaide, please. And I don't know where they moved their capital. Did they move it to Perth? Difficult to tell. Can't find it anywhere. Oh well. This is fine. They'll figure it out. Right, let's get back here. Yes, we have managed to complete the encirclement. So now let's go and do something about it. Although this division here, yeah, they have been defeated. They're trying to break out. So I'm going to need one division to pin them, and one division to reinforce up north, just to make sure they are not breaking out of that one. I need to defend this this region here, and we are, yeah, I think, okay, 1940 heavy ship hull. I don't have the naval XP right now, but we are training, so we will manage to... Somebody move over there. We just need to defend that. The other divisions can already keep pushing the Soviets. Just use the momentum that you've got. Let's see if you can push through there. Okay. What's going on here? We are fractured a little bit, by the looks of it. But yeah, this is fine. Oh, do I have a research slot? Oh yes, I need to. Naval research. I was going to do the 1940 destroyer hull because we have a bonus here, so it's only 60 days. Let's get that out of the way, and then we can start some more projects. Am I going? Yeah, I'm moving all these divisions. Okay. Again, nobody's got supply. But then again, nobody ever has supply when we're fighting against the Soviet Union. How many losses have we taken? Yeah, we've taken a lot of casualties, but this is fine. We've got the manpower to do this. Can we? What was I'm going to do? I was going to change the economic law 187. Not yet. All right. Let's see if we've managed to hold here. So everybody please attack, counter-attack, and then we need to wipe this pocket out, and that will be a severe blow. How many casualties have we inflicted on the Soviets? So that's the other question. Soviet Union. We have inflicted 1.4. We actually inflicted more casualties than the Germans on the Soviet Union at this point. So let's see if we can push them a little bit further north, just with the assistance of the Germans, and see how far north we can actually get. That is literally just what I'm doing at this point, trying to push north. Okay, we've got some reinforcements coming in here. Try to... No. Do not attack across a river. Stop that. Go... No. Okay, anyway. He wants to. He can. My generals are very persistent when it comes to this. Oh, are they... why are we leaving this open? Go back there. All right. Yeah, we're just wrapping this. This cauldron up here with our completely exhausted divisions. We've got another colonial. Oops. How are things? Okay, so my naval invasions have happened. How many? I've got 2 naval divisions up north. I'm probably gonna need another one. So let's get. I mean, I don't really need them here. Let's get. These 2 divisions assigned to that invasion order as well, because that's currently only 2 divisions, I believe. Yeah. So let's make that 4. That should be enough to take them here, and then we'll relocate the other naval divisions once we have that sorted out, because we still need to take New Zealand as well. Okay. The other problem, obviously, with... Oh, my infantry equipment looks bad. Why are we losing so much infantry equipment? Yeah, it's the war plus garrisoning duty. That's still in progress. Yeah. I hope Australia doesn't capitulate before I finish that, to be honest. Because that would have been for naught. Improved armor protection. That was a tank thing, wasn't it? Okay. I'm gonna need better radar. Do I have industry text that I need to do? No, not this one. Construction, I could. Let's get it out of the way. Industry construction, get it out of the way. Obviously, also the Soviet territory that we're managing is going to put a huge strain. Given that we've now got a land border with the Germans, can we ask the Germans again for guns? Request Lend-Lease. Guns. You should have guns, right? They have guns. So, yeah, they're happy to send us guns. Send me guns, please, if you don't mind. Let's see if they do. Okay, 9,000 guns, I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll absolutely take it. And because we have a land border, we don't really have an issue with shipment. So this is nice. So they are now handing the potentially Soviet guns over to us, and we are wiping out the Soviet troops here as we go. How is my supply situation? This is not yet connected. And this is obviously not yet finished. But honestly, we're only going to need it in the future against Germans. For now, I think we'll wipe out this last remaining Soviet pocket here. And now we are stretching the front line up north, which is what we want to do, which is good. This is very ineffective, what you people are doing here. So... can I get you to go through that and into the mountains and try to make some further breakthroughs here? Yeah, this is all getting wiped out, so that should give me. We don't have air over Australia. They seem to have air, but it's not going to do them an awful lot of good because there is literally no. Yeah, and they've taken everything here. They've taken Canberra. I am gonna get... Okay, this one's still walking over to Adelaide. I might have to stop that before my... Okay, I'm gonna stop that first. Before my... how far is Australia from capitulation? Before my mission is done, because I definitely want that to finish first. Australia is 84%. Perfect. Okay. So, we literally just took half of it. Yeah, that's all the stuff in the middle. It's not an awful lot there. Okay, let's actually not do this. Let's get all these naval divisions. What's going on here? Oh, hello there. Why are you attacking my shipments? Where's Osawa? I didn't know that that the Australians still had something in the ocean. Carrier Group 2. Carrier Group 2 is already on intercept. Perfect. Okay, Osawa is already doing what he needs to do. A couple of Shimushus, they can go up there. We've got 2 more Shimushus, go over there. And we've got Shokaku, Akatsuki's, Battle of Kaidais. You can go in there for training. Anything that's fully trained. An Agano, Carrier Group 2. And these should be good enough to start reinforcing for... You go and reinforce one of the Subron 3 over there. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 Akatsuki's. They can... yeah, they can continue training for now. Okay, cool. So he's sorting that out. So what I was thinking of doing, I'm going to get all these all these Marines already relocated into here, because that way we're going to be able to actually. I probably need. How many divisions does New Zealand have? They still have a couple of divisions. Okay. New plan. I'm going to get these naval divisions that are still, these 4 here. I'm going to send them to Sydney and then get them on an invasion order from Sydney to, we're literally just going to hit Wellington. And there you go. Okay. And then, are these naval divisions? No, these are regular infantry, and I think these guys are regular infantry. So the regular infantry can just make itself useful and capture the rest of Australia. That should not be a big issue. But I want my spies to complete their mission first. Okay, back to the front. We're gonna have to wait until these supply hubs are connecting, because otherwise nothing is happening here. All the troops are moving. And can we still push further? We might be able to. I mean, honestly, let's just see how far we can push it. And okay, we have taken this place. Just keep going. I think, yeah, at this point, just keep going. We've got 1 division pushing north, and that will also assist in. There's a gap in their front lines. Let's see if we can exploit that. Is there any supply there? Oh, yes, there's the supply. Let's see if we can take it off them. Nah, they've got too many. They've got 2 hubs up there north. Yeah, this is secondary. But here we can make some adjustments. Actually, no, he's already going to the mountains. Okay, yeah. Let's make some adjustments here. And these divisions, the Soviets are trying to stabilize their front lines, but we can sort of push them out here a little bit. These were important. There's a supply hub, but we're not getting that connected anytime soon, because that would rely on this supply line. So this is just going to be whatever local supply we have here. And yeah, we can try. This region is a little bit better supply-wise. We can try. Yeah, we now starting to have supply. We can try to do a more concentrated push northwards towards wherever there. And we've got a couple more divisions here that are actually starting to, like these divisions, that are starting to have some supply. Where are these units going? Okay, because they lost their front line. I'm going to hand control them, actually. I'm going to get them back into a supply region, and they can support this northward thrust here. Okay, we have a doctrine available, land doctrine. We will just continue using these. We do actually have a decent amount of air XP, so let's I'm going to put reinforcements to regular priority again, because the garrisoning is yeah, the garrisoning is in trouble. Okay, hang on a minute. First things first, we are going to upgrade the tactical bombers. So, because we're still on the A variant, so let's give them more damage, ground attack a little bit. Could make them a bit faster, give them more range, and now our reliability is pretty bad, so we're going to get that back up. That'll be 130. More range, more bombing, and that requires another tick on reliability. Actually, 2 of them, and that's too much. Okay, let's get this one out, and that's literally 240. So this is perfect. Okay, that'll give us a bit more ground attack, a bit more strategic bombing. We don't really care. It reduces our agility somewhat, but it gives us better range on these as well. So that's going to be the oh, we don't even have an A variant yet. So this is the KA-20Y KA. Yeah, I'm happy with that. So let's decommission the other one. And I need to... What am I short? Why am I having no production? Oh, don't you tell me. Don't tell me the Germans are sending the guns by sea again. Oh, good grief. Okay. Because reasons. All right, forget it. Let's have a quick look, because I think I found, once I changed the production here, once I found out how the... let's change that to the A variant. Nope. Yes, there you go. I think I found out where you can see it. So you can actually see it here. Yeah. So next delivery in 23 days. Given how short I am on infantry equipment, I think I'll wait for that. I know it's really hurting my production, but not the production of infantry equipment. We'll roll with it for now. Okay. Support the attacks here. Just keep pushing the Soviets back and try to gain us some, try to make some possessions for us. This front line is actually no longer necessary, so let's delete that. One division here. We just need to wait until June, until my mission, my intelligence mission is complete. This division can actually complete this encirclement. Yeah, we were taking them apart here. There's really not an awful lot happening with them anymore. And because they have to stretch their divisions all the way to the Eastern Front, we're wrapping this up. The push north is important, because the push north, and this is actually not what I want you to do. I want you to stay there for now. Okay, national focus complete. This is just, I think this is reducing our, this is reducing their, actually, can we, for the time being, do resistance suppression? Yes, because that will, that'll reduce the resistance target. These are not so urgent, so let's cancel that. This will reduce their resistance targets, and our garrisoning isn't looking great because we are so short on guns. Yeah, Australia is having trouble, and obviously if we're looking at the resistance map, the Soviets are going to be, yeah, the Soviets are very unhappy about being occupied by the Japanese. So that is costing us a lot. And yes, we are once again using all our convoys to just ship a bunch of guns over from the Germans. 21 days. And then we will get some guns, hopefully. So let's see how this will look like. And back to the front line. Let's see what how we'll ship away at it here, and we're going to send these divisions north and see if they can make some more breaks here through this, fracture the Soviet lines a little bit more. There's still no supply there. Okay, we do have the supply hub connected, which means this is gonna get these units supplied. Yes, so which means we can start to slow down the German advance here, literally just by taking the territory, because they are they are snaking through there. So it's gonna have to happen, and it's gonna have to happen soon. Otherwise, there's not an awful lot that we can still take. So let's push the Soviets north and make sure that we are taking the German possessions wherever we can. Well, the possessions before the Germans can get there. And do that. Okay. It's almost June. I think we'll wait until June and then we'll capitulate Australia. Didn't I tell my... Oh yeah, my infantry divisions are still moving. These guys are slowly advancing. I believe I told them to. And we still only have 2 naval divisions up north. This is complete, isn't it? Yeah, so I don't need this anymore. Okay. And that means these 2 divisions can already move up here into that order. Okay, nice. So we've got 4 divisions now going there, and here we are still fighting to get through the north. Yeah, we'll try. See if we can cut them off a bit further here. Let's see if we can walk around there. This division is just on the move. Push them back against the Germans, and everybody move north as much as possible. Is there a strategic supply hub I can take? Yes, this one. We are a little ahead of our planned area of offensive, but that's fine. So that supply hub doesn't matter anymore. Okay. And there we are, just literally pushing it. This is never going to happen. Why are you pushing? Stop pushing. Just expand the front line a bit to make sure that they're not cutting us off. And I'm going to need a division here to start pushing them back. It's a tank in the mountains, probably not going to go too well. So let's see what we can just push them back a little bit and expand our operations. Operations here. I'm going to need somebody to break through here and see if we can make some encirclements happen. Okay, that would be nice, and we're going to bring you along as well. Tactical movements. Here they are broken. I think they are broken. The east, they still have a lot of divisions in the east, honestly, because we are literally just kind of walking around here and slowly but surely expanding the front line, which of course reduces the amount of divisions that they can bring in the west, which means pretty much everything here is just going as planned. Yeah, these divisions are moving. Help with the push here, please, and see if we can see how much we can connect here. All right. I will have to review my whole naval positions once this is all over. Right now, there's not an awful lot going on, so we're just sinking convoys at this point, but nothing else really. Okay, how much longer until these guns arrive? Because I will need my 17 days. I will need my convoys back, please. Okay. Pushing north without supply, obviously, but we're already used to that at this point. The Soviets don't have supply either, so okay, we have actually managed to take this position. So just hold here, just defend here. We'll see if we can defend, and this has opened up, so we will eventually get through there. Yeah, I've got this division to start making an encirclement here if we can possibly. And we have pushed them out further, so just keep pushing north, honestly, along the mountain ranges. We do need to tidy this up because it's relatively easy for this division to be caught off at this point, which is not something we want to happen. But we might have a little encirclement here, if we're lucky. So maybe we will get a couple of divisions. No, the push north is more important. So just keep pushing, push north and take as much territory as possible. Okay, we've got an encirclement here, so let's get these divisions wiped out. And that's another 4 divisions gone for the Soviets. Yeah, that should be all gone. We are trying to do stupid attacks again here. Stop that. Which army is this? Oh, that's because they are actually literally running on orders. Okay. We will stop this army from attacking because I am manually managing them mostly at this point. That is an attack into the mountains. It's not ideal, but we are going to try and you stay here and hold this. This division can complete the encirclement, and then we will just wipe out the troops here in the mountains as they go. Because yeah, these tanks are now out of. We can already attack them. Yeah, that's not a problem. These tanks are already out. Do we need to relocate our air force a little bit? We do have air at work, but we did we? No. The Soviets are still holding this airport. This would actually be a strategically valuable airport to have. Can I have this airport? We'll see. I might need like 2 more divisions here to assist with that and see if we can get this airport. That would be a nice airport to have. Otherwise, we have no airports in the region at all from which we could operate. Okay, these divisions are wiping things out as they go. We'll get 1 division a little to the west and see if we can take this river line here. That would be kind of nice. And yeah, here there's still a decent amount of troops, but how's my Lend-Lease going? I need to take note of when it's supposed to be there, because I need my convoys back. 19th of May. No, hang on. In 12 days. So on the 18th of June. Okay. I think our mission here should be almost complete. 16th of June. Once that's complete, they need to go and rescue the operative who's been captured by the Australians. But in the meantime, we are wiping out, and this is almost complete. So we are wiping out more Soviet divisions here. We are facing a bit of resistance, but let's see if we can push these troops out of the mountains. And yeah, the obvious risk here is that these divisions are going to get themselves encircled, or get themselves cut off, really. But we have encircled the Soviets, and we are literally taking them apart at this point. Push against the airport may or may not happen. May happen. They are, but at this point they are running out of material as well. They are very much, their strength is going down. I think they're trying to reconnect here. This is not quite what I was planning for. Get me another division over here, just to make sure. Maybe we can wipe them out before they can reconnect. That would be grand. Yeah, they've been pushing from the other side. Let's get 1 division sidelined to strengthen this front line here, such that they're not walking out on us. Okay, and yeah, these divisions are literally just now breaking through on all possible fronts. There, we've got another division that we can make a breakthrough on the river line and do another encirclement. The Soviets are this division got defeated. We'll try to get back as soon as possible, but we might be able to wipe these divisions out before they manage to get the okay, yeah, you need to go back before they can. Nah, dang it, they got out. Okay, hang on. Yeah, they got out, unfortunately. That was a nice encirclement, but they managed to just in time get out of there. But we'll see if we can still yeah, they have some more troops here now. So this, you may actually have to go defensive here and stop attacking. Yeah, because you're being attacked from multiple positions. But we'll try to assist. Can we get the airport? We'll see if we can manage to get the airport. We have managed to get the encirclement here though, which is nice. So that's already happening, although this division here isn't going to get through, so I'm going to stop that. But we will send help, and we will, yeah, this is all encircled, so this is all happening. And we will cut them off. Once they are cut off in the east, also I think things might get a little easier. Okay, have we taken the airport? I believe we have taken the airport. Let's wipe these guys out. And actually we need to defend here because I still need that airport. Yeah, stop that attack. I've got more defensive troops coming in. Okay, so we can relocate some of our air force, like these wings here. It's a small airport, unfortunately. We can relocate 2 tactical bomber wings and get them to already help out in this air zone. Yeah, let's review the air zones quickly. That's 2 TAC wings, 3 TAC wings. They're still sort of having range, but they might be. Yeah, this is out of their range. Okay, never mind. The Soviets have literally just capitulated. Okay. So much for that. Now it gets interesting. Okay, the Soviets have capitulated. Treaty of Leningrad. This surprises me, because I thought they would still hold on for longer. But it's good, because we're really running out of guns. We've got guns, which is great. But now Adolf Hitler has announced the cowardly Soviet nation could no longer withstand the pressure. Yeah. That was me, right? I did all the doing here. As you can see, great news. So now it gets interesting, because now we need to see what we can take. Now I'm going to approach this. What do I want? What do I want from the Soviets? I need their steel. So I definitely want the Far East. I don't want the Germans to end up here or something. So we're gonna approach this. I want Mongolia. So this bits. I want the Far Eastern Soviet steel. And definitely these parts. And these bits. Now I do want the Asian possessions of the Soviet Union, even though it does cost me a bunch of points. And now, ideally we would... how far are we going to... How far can we get? Let's see how far we can get. So if we take these possessions and... okay, we can't take these possessions anymore because this is already too much. Okay, this is how far we can push it. I definitely want these. This is the most important that I want. And then the Germans will take their turn. I hope they're not gonna start taking things here. So that's our turn. We still have more score. Can we still get anything else? Can we get Tanutuva? No, we can't get Tanutuva anymore. We can't get that anymore. We can still take this, I guess. That we can't take. That we can't take. Okay. That's about as far as we can push it for now. So that's our turn. These are our demands. And then we'll see how far the Germans are going to push. Okay, the Germans have taken some regions, obviously, there. That was unsurprising. So now it's my turn again. I do want the Asian possessions, even though there is bugger all there, but it's really just the question of, let's see, how far we can push this. That's already too much. Interesting. How much can we actually take here? Why is this so valuable? There isn't anything here. Okay. So, okay, this we can do. So we'll take these regions. The Germans are obviously taking this area, which is fine. This is this is the area I wanted them to take anyway. So let's keep pushing. Nope, can't take that, but I can take a little bit more in the north. Nope, that's about as far as we go. Nope. And that will be, there's a cheap bit that I can take. A couple of cheap bits here that I can take. That's too much. That's too much. That works. That's again too much. All right. So we'll take that. Then the Germans are pushing further, and we are pushing from the other side. I really have no idea why this is so valuable in terms of points. I mean, this stuff. Yeah, I mean, this stuff is also extremely valuable here. Can we grab some areas here? I have got enough fuel, honestly. It's really more about the tactical positions. So let's see. We'll make another incursion here. That we can't take. That we can't take. That we can. Here we can take a couple more possessions. Yeah. Okay, we can take Tashkent. Can we take this region? Yes, we can. That would be too much. Okay, so that's our turn. Germany is encroaching further. Let's get this out of the way. That we can easily, and that obviously we can't because we're not going to have enough. Okay, let's end it here. The Germans are encroaching further. Do I want to take this off them though? These are relatively cheap here, so I may be able to. Do I still have? Yeah, I still have points. I may be able to take these possessions. How far can I go? Georgia is expensive. 36, can't go that. I could get Dagestan, and I can get this sorted. Yeah, I can extend a little bit here. Can I? No, that's about it. So that's my turn. Yeah, I do need to clean this up here, but I would love to take these possessions here just for strategic reasons. Okay, and maybe no, can't take this. Can't take Georgia. Okay, we'll do it like that. And now we're going to need to start passing. Yeah, the Germans are kind of encroaching up in the north here as well. You can have it all. The Ural Mountains is where I wanted to stop. This has a lot of steel. Can we take these two? No, but we can take this. This is a decent amount of steel. That's sort of where I want to go. And can we still take another one? No. Actually, the Germans are running relatively low on on participation points as well. So we'll end a turn there. Now the Romanians can actually take a lot of things. Can we clean it up in the south here? We can take that. I can't take that, obviously, because that's way too many points. And then we are almost at the Ural Mountains. Can't take that. Can't take that. We will take this one. End my turn. And we're going to have to start passing because this is probably... It's okay. I don't need to control the whole of the... to control the whole area here. I can. Can I connect them? Almost, but not quite. This is okay. Like I said, I was okay with the Germans holding everything on the east. So I'm gonna start Have I missed anything? No. I'm gonna have to start closing this salient here. This I can take. Nah, it's fine. I think we can't take. This is a cheap one, so let's take this one. The Germans are closing up here. I can take that off them still. I can take that. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay, so that's that sorted. The Romanians are probably going to take that stuff over there. So now it's just a matter of me closing up this here. The thing is, I can't do anything anymore from the area that I want because it's all too expensive. That I can take. Okay. And now I just don't have enough points. The Germans are going to get some more, which I'm fine with. But I can't take. I don't have enough participation. So I'm going to need to pass around, which gives me more. And now I can start cleaning this up here. So actually. Oh no, I can't. I don't even have enough participation to take that. Okay, well we'll just we'll do that, and then we'll get to this, and then we are once again out of participation points. So we'll pass for one round, and we take that. Then we'll pass for another round. Can't get that. I would love to take this. This probably. Yeah. Okay. I'm not sure. They might end up taking this, and then we'll have a German enclave in here. But that's actually not terrible. So, I mean, what can we do? I would love to take this, but this is going to take 600 points. I mean, even though I'm going to pass, I'm not going to have enough points to take it. Let's see. We'll pass once, and yeah, the Germans take everything there. I can't take this yet. I'll pass once more, and then we'll take the Sverdlovsk region. Pass. Okay, now we can take Sverdlovsk, and that's it. Okay, they can have the rest there. I want as much as possible this bit. Now I don't have any more, and the Germans might be taking parts of this area, which doesn't look pretty, but it means that they will be effectively in an enclave here. So I don't have, I can't take any of these because it's the other's turn. Yeah, so I'm going to pass once more. Okay, let's close it as much as we can and see what they're going to take out of that. Yeah, so we'll do one. Now we don't again have enough points to do anything, so we need to pass. Maybe they still give it to us. End the turn here. Pass that one. End the turn here. Okay. Pass that one, and we'll take this one. Okay, I believe that's it. And this looks good. This is pretty much exactly how I wanted the whole thing to end. I think this is a fair trade. The Germans have made a large incursion, and have effectively captured the Soviet heartland. And we've done our share, and we get the resource-rich region in Asia. This is what we want. So, and there's our front line here, at the in the mountains, eventually against the Axis. But for now, we're all friends, so we're going to call this done. Peace conference is over. We're calculating the effects, and this means that the Empire of Japan is now very, very large, which means we have a bunch of divisions, which obviously now need to return home. But they can all get back to let's get them back into the homeland, and our supply situation is going to be absolutely dreadful. Yes, because nothing's connected here. Okay, we are going to we're going to have to relocate pretty much everybody. And I'm going to have to rethink the strategic objective at this point. We will, in the next episode, we will finish up Australia, and we will start the naval. Oh, we are actually no, okay. That will still do. That we will still do. Let's see if we can complete the naval invasion here. It looks good. I think our marine divisions are capable of pulling this off. So this should be the Johnston Atoll taken care of. Once these divisions have managed to do that. Yeah, the Americans are entrenched and defending themselves, but Imamura's marine divisions are pretty powerful by now. And that's it. They've been wiped out. We've taken the Johnston Atoll. And from there, it's Midway. It's going to be Midway, Hawaii. And then we will still push towards whatever the heck this is, Pitcairn Island. And we will probably start, what is this over here? Galapagos? Yeah, Galapagos Islands. We may actually push all the way to the Galapagos Islands here, and then this will be sort of our Pacific perimeter. We've cleaned up the Indian Ocean pretty much, unless no, I've forgotten about Mauritius. Okay, Mauritius needs to be wiped out. Did I completely forget about that? All right, there's one more British port that we need to wipe out in Mauritius. It looks like the Italians have gotten stuck because this hasn't moved in a while. And they seem to have gotten stuck here. But that's fine. They can entertain themselves. But yeah, the Europe and Asia are now under complete control, and most of Africa are under complete control of the Axis and the Greater East Asian Co-Prosperity Sphere. There we go. There are still some Allied possessions in Africa left, and obviously in the Americas. But I think we will relocate most of our armies. We'll leave some armies here at the front lines, but we will relocate some armies and start getting ready for the invasion of North America and of South America. And we also need to rescue our operative. So that's it for today. Thanks everybody. One more thing. We're going to switch to closed economy because the only change this has is. Actually, this is going to reduce our factory output, is it? Yeah, maybe we won't do it. Because we actually get... Okay, I couldn't see that earlier because I couldn't actually switch. We actually get 5% factory output from limited exports. How does the... Did the Lend-Lease arrive from the Germans? Otherwise, I'm going to cancel that. It arrives in 5 days. Okay, let's let 5 days pass, and I want to see what happens. Just because otherwise I will forget this. So I'm going to speed this game. I'm going to speed this up a little bit. Hang on, let me see. German Lend-Lease, 5 days. Okay, let's speed this up a little bit. I think the game is struggling at this point a little bit. All right, sorting itself out here. It's still 5 days. Okay, switch over to the regular view. Maybe that goes better. Okay, yeah, game is seemingly struggling a little at this point. Trying to figure out everything that's changed. So I got 4 days. Let's put it up to 5 speed. Okay. This seems to be a bit more stable. 3 days. Okay. Oh, Australia has capitulated. Well, bollocks. Oh, 16th of June. So this might have just completed. Okay, Australia has capitulated. Great news. How? Oh, it might have been one of my divisions just literally walking through, I guess. I don't know. Tasmania hasn't. Okay, so we still need to take Tasmania. That's fine. My Lend-Lease thing. 2 days. Let's see. 2 more days. Let's give it 2 more days. 17th and 18th. Okay. This should be there any moment. Okay, we have got 9,000 guns from the Germans, and we've got our transports back. I'm gonna let it run for another day just to make sure. Okay, yeah. So that has worked. We should have gotten some guns. Yes, we've got 118,000. Why are we having 118,000 infantry equipment? Where in the world did we get all this infantry equipment from? Was it from the Soviets and I didn't pay attention? What do we have what do we have so much of suddenly? Because the Germans send us 10,000 guns. That's just basic weapons. This might be Soviet equipment that we got, and I wasn't paying attention how much I was actually getting out of that. Okay, which means in this case, I'm just going to cancel the Lend-Lease because I don't need it anymore. And on that bombshell, we now suddenly have guns. What we're short, and artillery. What we're short of is AA. So I think, and we've captured Australia. So I think in the next episodes, I'm going to have to do a major restructuring of my armed forces. And we're going to have to go through the generals, see if we can do any kind of upgrades, get all the naval setup a little bit sorted, clear out the Pacific. But then it will be time to start hitting the Americas. And that means I'm still producing Shokakus. Why are we still producing? Oh yeah, that's almost finished. That'll be fine. Yeah. That is only one. Yeah, and then that's going to be the next big tactical step. Anyway, that's it for me today. Thanks everybody, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.